key.
now I have 2 sets of keys. So if the dog does a poo and I lose it one set, it's okay.
I'm still not sure what the dog doing a poo has to do with it all.
The Catch-Up, Bay 93.9.
Now, we're talking about when have you lost something and then randomly found it again?
Yes. So I moved house, right? So that was last October. So it was sort of after, anyway, before I left the other house
It was after
in.
what?
Well, it was after winter, but I'll explain why that's important in a moment. It was sort of
Okay.
after I'd left. Before I'd left the other house, I'd lost one of my sets of keys, and I thought it's bound to turn up, particularly when we move. So we moved.
Pack it in a box or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Didn't turn up. And then I'm like, oh no, I've only got one set of keys. And then I almost lost the second set of keys.
Now, can we point out at this stage it's one of those smart keys for a car?
Yes. And the car's
Which is-
made in the UK.
Yeah, which you would think wouldn't be a real problem.
Well, you would think. You can get a universal remote. You'd think it'd be fine. But no, this isn't the case.
Like the one with the big numbers on it for old people. Unlock.
Yeah. Yes.
Right,
But anyway,
okay.
I nearly lost the other set of keys when I was picking up poo from my dog when I went out walking, and I put the keys down.
course, yeah.
And
As you do.
then I went and put the poo in the bin, and then I'm like, where are the keys? So I had to go back, and anyway, I eventually found them.
Did that poo have anything to do with the story?
Well, kind of, because it meant anyway.
Right.
So second set of keys, nearly lost, but not. But then I thought, this is not good.
Right.
I need to get me a second set of keys, because if I lose them, then
Right, okay.
then what do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
So I then contacted the people who, where I take my car for a service, and they said, yeah, sure, we can get you one. $650 to $800.
Right,
I'm like,
okay.
huh?
For a key?
For a key.
Couldn't you use a coat hanger like we used to in the old days?
Well, you would think, but
down beside the glass?
apparently- No, apparently you can't.
Right, okay.
Because all the alarms go off if you try and do
Right.
something like that. So anyway, then I'm like, okay, I need to sort of think about this. And I was talking to one of my clients. I was saying,
Anyway, is there a point to this
there is.
story?
Anyway, talking to one of my clients, and then he was like, when did you wear it? And I'm like, when did you use it? And I was like, look, it would have been, when I go walking with the dogs. And then he said, have you checked your coat?
Right.
And I thought, okay.
So did you check your coat and there was like
Well,
6-month-old
my
dog poo in a
coat-
bag in your pocket?
No, fortunately, I always put that in the bin. But I went and found my winter coat from the previous winter, and lo and behold, there were my keys.
Well, there you go, I think. I'm slightly confused by that story, but anyway. Anyway, so you found that second set of keys
them.
and you didn't have to spend $800 on
no,
a new key.
now I have 2 sets of keys. So if the dog does a poo and I lose it one set, it's okay.
I'm still not sure what the dog doing a poo
Well,
has to do
I've
with
got
it
to
all.
put it.
The Catch-Up, Bay 93.9.